What's up, guys? Arrow is finally back. This is going to be my review for Arrow Season 6, Episode 1, titled Fallout. First of all, as expected, the cliffhanger from last year's finale was not paid off, was not, done well. Almost no one died. The only person who we know died for sure is Samantha, which was not exactly surprising. And somehow Thea survived an explosion somehow, and is just in a coma. Throughout the episode, I was a little more interested in the flashbacks, which hasn't been true since Season 1, since the beginning of Season 1. But while I was more interested in the flashbacks, which there weren't a lot of them, they were pretty disappointing, mainly because so few people died. And because I really wanted them to build some tension, they right away showed 3 characters that died. They showed Diggle that survived. They showed Diggle, they showed Wild Dog, and they showed Curtis, and then they showed Felicity before any flashbacks. They should have done some flashbacks to build up tension. Just imagine you don't know who survived. He's walking through the island, and then he gets to the plane and sees Diggle, he sees Felicity, he sees Wild Dog, and he sees Curtis. So he knows they survived, and then you go back to present day, and now you know. So nothing gives it away. I'm pretty disappointed with how they handled the cliffhanger from last year, and I'm pretty sure it was expected they would mess it up. But if you're not gonna do an explosion where all the main characters are in it, and you don't have the balls to kill off any characters other than Samantha, then just don't do it. 2 of the survivors got new costumes. First of all, Black Canary, and her new costume is awesome, and I think she might be my new favorite female superhero in the Arrowverse. She was really, really badass in this episode. Her fight scenes with Black Canary were great, and it's really cool to see them both have a rivalry. Wild Dog also got a new costume, and it looks like he just got a new helmet and some armor. And I think the armor doesn't look that great. They could have made it look at least a little bit like his old costume. Instead, it's just red, so it just looks like he went from having a costume to just armor. Why couldn't they just make the armor blue and with a dog symbol on it? In this episode, we see Oliver trying to be a father and trying to get through to his son, and those scenes were actually great. And William wasn't his actor was not bad for a kid actor. I actually loved the scene at the end where Oliver was explaining to him what a father is. And he finally got through to to William. That was a great scene. The fight scenes in this episode were great. Like I said earlier, the Canary versus Siren fight scenes were really exciting. But the best fight scene was in the bunker with Green Arrow versus all those henchmen. It definitely reminded me of Season 5, which is great because Season 5 had the best fight scenes ever. This guy right here is a terrible actor, and I never want to see him again. At the end of the episode, or near the end of the episode, the last flashback, somebody went to the island and picks up Black Siren, and somehow Black Siren comes back to life. I don't understand that, but that person is almost definitely Richard Dragon, or Ricardo Diaz, and he's going to be the main villain of the season, but he's going to have a villainous, they said it, the exact term is villainous cabal. It's going to be a villain team, and I'm assuming Black Siren will be on it, Anatolia's going to be on it, and Richard Dragon's going to be on it. And maybe Vigilante, but definitely not Vigilante. He's not a bad guy, but Black Siren is going to be on it too. But at the actual end of the episode, it seems like everybody now knows that Oliver is the Green Arrow, and we see in some trailers that he's trying to say that he's not, but that's just a picture, and I'm sure people can verify the picture. There's no way he's getting out of this one. If he does, then that wouldn't really make sense. But I don't know how they got that picture. Maybe it was just they got it, they got lucky, or maybe one of the villains gave it to them. In conclusion, this episode didn't really pay off the cliffhanger that well. Not enough people died, but the rest of the episode was pretty great. The Oliver and William scenes were great. The action fight scenes were great. The mayor scenes, while there weren't a lot of them, are great. And the flashbacks, They were a little disappointing. Like, they weren't placed well. I think they should have been placed differently, but the actual flashbacks were pretty great. I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. So what do you think about the episode? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.